Greetings, everyone. Hello, hello.
Hey, everyone.
Welcome to Heart Center Tarot. And as always, my name is Marina, and I will be your guest for this port. I will be your guest. I will be your guide for this portion of the journey. It's just been that kind of day. And of course, I have with me Val from Dragonfly Crystals. Hello, hello.
Hello.
And can you believe this is the 20th episode?
I just clued in last night. 2020. It's April 20th, and that's the 20th episode. I mean, Mark, it's like
Oh my gosh.
this is quite miraculous that the 20th episode is on April 20th.
On April 20th. Wow, amazing. So yeah, and that means 20 weeks.
20 weeks.
20 weeks. It feels like yesterday.
I know it really does. Think about it. It's
Just
pretty
absolutely,
amazing. But I
absolutely.
really enjoy. We should do some kind of celebration for our show. But I really enjoy this format that we have and
Me too.
talking about all these really important issues through that we have to face throughout our day and how to handle everything and things that can come up. Like your topic today is beautiful and very timely, which
Thank
Marina, what
uh,
is it?
thank you. Well, hello to Lauren and Amanda, Judy B. And I haven't even put up my little thing about just a second about the oh my gosh, what am I trying to say? Um, yeah, I haven't said hi to anyone, haven't done this, haven't done that. Today started off like you would not believe. Um, Here I am, just living my life in my head, blah blah blah. I have a live scheduled with Robert Bringes of Akashic Attunement. And about 15 minutes before we're due to go live, I decide, okay, I'm going to go in and check and see. Anyway, I could not get into StreamYard. I panicked and yeah, had to call him and send him a text message and oh my God, what's going on? And it kind of, there's been little challenges throughout the day, but I think that maybe the message with that is just breathe. Just breathe. Go with it. Just go with it. So, what we are going to talk about today is dealing with anxiety. And what is it? Whose is it? And what's the message? And I'll kind of explain to you guys very, very quickly how I came upon this. And this, I was talking with a very dear friend on Tuesday, and she is a psychic medium. And she was telling me about she had either watched, listened, heard something to do with anxiety. And at that point, she was having some anxiety, she said, before coming on, before doing a live, before doing a reading, and so on. And what this person was talking about was rather than hide from the anxiety or try to push it away, lean into it, lean into it and say, okay, anxiety, what's the message? What do you want me to know? And she said, in her case, the two messages that came through were extremely clear and to the point. The first one said, you're overscheduling yourself. So she changed that. The next time that she was going to do a reading, she could feel the anxiety well up again. So she went back and said, okay, what are you trying to tell me? And the message was really profound for her, but I think it applies to us as well. And that is, you are the messenger. You are not there to fix everyone on the other end. So, you shouldn't be connected to the outcome.
That's
Um,
to the outcome. Expectation and outcome two enemies.
Absolutely.
Aren't enemies, but
Absolutely. So it was,
anyway.
um, yeah, what she had to say kind of resonated with me because, yeah,
Oh,
there are times when, yeah, absolutely.
the leaning into it instead of
Yeah.
shrinking back,
Yes.
facing that problem, and to turn to it and say, what do you want?
Exactly.
Anxiety. So
Exactly.
powerful and simple.
Yeah.
And that just, wow, turns it around like that. And
Absolutely. Yeah. She said it has just really, really been, kind of an awakening for her. And I can absolutely see it
mhm.
because it's, yeah, totally, totally. When you're, um, because it goes against everything that we're told about anxiety, right? Which is, you have to manage it. And so, yeah, a little bit of research that I did earlier um, on anxiety and some common causes for anxiety. Okay. Number one, you worry a lot. Number two, you don't know how to stop worrying. Number three, you are constantly aware of uncomfortable or dangerous things. Number four, you spend a lot of time analyzing your anxiety. And number five, you often try to dampen your anxiety. And really, as I read that, that's exactly what people tell you to do, right? You
Yeah,
can you you're going through the anxiety, breathe through it. Just relax, breathe through it. Well, absolutely, that certainly helps, but it doesn't
hit it
alleviate the anxiety.
just putting a damper on it instead of going right to it and
Yeah, yeah,
facing everything that's coming to you. To the minute you lean into something like that, it takes care of it. You can't go
yes,
around it. It can't go around you, and you can't go around it.
yes,
Something is going to be taken care of.
exactly,
That is a perfect
exactly.
answer
Yeah.
to that.
And for as long as, we've been talking about, um, living your soul's journey and doing all these things and being positive and everything else. Um, it it certainly I just noticed Nancy Sapp's comment. I have a black belt in overthinking. Yeah, it's
I
it's what we
laugh
do.
so hard I can hardly stand it. It's
Yeah.
so funny. Yeah, I
So
think I've had
yeah,
a
we're always talking about how your intention follows your thoughts, or your thought follows intention, and so on. Well, when you when you don't address the anxiety, naturally it goes into a spiral, right? I'm
right.
going to try not to think about it. I'm going to try to breathe through it, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that.
The more you push away,
Yeah,
the more it persists.
exactly. The more that the
When
mind says,
when
"Aha,
you
this is important."
think of it this way, when you embrace it,
Yeah,
facing it, embracing it, you will resolve it.
exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly. Because yeah, there is no other choice, especially if you're willing to listen to what it's telling you.
right.
Don't try to analyze it or whatever. Just go with the message. You got nothing to lose.
You got nothing to lose. And I liked what you said backstage about uh, being in your calm center, you know, helps you to,
Yeah.
uh, not be in the mind, the ego mind, thinking the thoughts that
Yes.
cause the anxiety. So the
Exactly.
more that you can stay centered and balanced and not be in that stuff, and
Yeah.
had mentioned one of the ways was going about your daily activities, doing what you
Oh,
need to get done. instead of thinking about A, B, C, D, E, F, G,
Exactly. Yeah.
they
And
go
this
on the
was,
doing.
yeah. And this was, and I forgot to write down the website, but
Mhm.
anyway, it's I'm kind of paraphrasing here. And what the message in there was, and the comment was that what will reduce your anxiety is engaging less with it and engaging more with your life,
Right.
and um, kind of feeling comfortable in knowing that the thoughts and the ideas that and the emotions that come up when you are dealing with anxiety are a temporary thing,
Right.
right?
Right.
It's something that is there for a while and it passes. If you stop and engage with it and just kind of give into it, then it's that proverbial circle, right? Intention follows thought, thought follows intention. Your mind says, oh, okay, this is obviously something that is important. So let's spend a little more time here. And
Right.
then what does that do? It just brings on more anxiety. And
It's an endless circle. You have yourself in a
yes,
loop, right? A repeating loop.
yes,
So,
exactly.
and I
And
like,
just,
mm,
sorry,
mm,
and just because the anxiety shows up in your mind, it
mhm.
doesn't mean that you have to do anything about it if you don't want to. You can say, no, don't have time, not now.
Yeah,
Right?
exactly.
It's not something that you always have to address,
Right.
but just be mindful that, yeah, some of the information that we have gotten and we've been told and taught and everything else, you know, pull up your big girl panties and deal with it and all that, right?
Oh,
It
yep, you got to do that. And it is true that trusting, you know, when you're dealing with anxiety, it's really about not trusting yourself or trusting the
yeah,
universe to deliver what is your highest good. And the universe is always working to deliver your highest good. It's not
yeah,
working against you.
exactly.
So to remember that. But those tips you gave are really, really great. Uh, Real time, you can work it out. You can deal with it
Absolutely.
and manage it to understand it, resolve it. Yeah,
Exactly.
I
And
really,
then it's an issue that shouldn't come up again if you dealt with it.
yeah.
But the concept of kind of, yeah, stopping and saying, okay, anxiety, what's your message? What do you want? What do you
Hmm.
want from me?
And you can use that
Can you
same
tell?
format for anything like that that's bothering you.
Yes.
Lean into it, ask, see what it says back to you, because I'm
Yeah.
sure it'll be loud and tell you.
No doubt. No doubt.
Yeah,
And Warrior Girl, thank you for coming in.
thank
Have a
you.
blessed day yourself. And Teresa Katak and Jolene Bendrick, thank you for being here. And yes, uh, Janine, just trust that everything will work out. It
It,
always does.
it always does.
It always does. So you're worrying about something that happened yesterday.
Hmm.
You can't go back and change it.
And,
Really. I mean, it happened.
and you're supposed to stay in the present moment for,
Exactly. Exactly.
or you're, to be really present and to really come from your soul, creating whatever you want around you. You have to be here now and
Yeah,
be ready to do whatever you need to do. Not
exactly.
even think about it, not even stop, don't
Yeah,
hesitate,
yeah,
just work from whatever you're drawn to.
exactly.
And be,
Exactly.
be a little scattery because I'll be sitting there doing something on the couch, like, not meditating, but doing something. And I'll have the thought, well, I've got to get up and do Canva and I've got to do this and that and the other thing. So I end up just spending 3 hours on Canva making creative
Yeah.
things, whatever that may be. But apparently there was a purpose. So even though I can't understand it,
Yeah. No, sometimes we are just drawn to do things,
yeah.
and yeah, we just go
Later,
ahead and
yeah, later we find out what that was all about. It's just like when I created our Lightworker template
yeah,
way before we decided to do the show. And I go,
exactly.
is this why, like not way before, but like a week before, and I go, oh,
Still,
is this why I did this?
yes. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And you know, I had mentioned to Robert um, in the live earlier that isn't it amazing how I said I had a reading with you, and I know Valerie had a reading with you, and from different ends of the world, Valerie and I are now doing a show together.
You can't make this up. This is very synchronistic. Very,
Absolutely.
you know,
Absolutely. So, yeah, to have total faith that things are going to work out the way they should, how they should, if you just let go of the need to know why.
and you just trust
Yeah,
that whatever is being brought forward is for your
yeah,
highest good and the highest good
yeah,
of all, not just
exactly.
yourself. But yeah, there you are. And
Exactly.
any miraculous things can come from that. So
Totally. Totally. And you know, the other thing with anxiety that I had said here is, you know, whose is it?
yeah.
Sometimes, yeah, the first thing may be, oh, hello, kitty. I didn't realize you were in here. Hmm, very quiet. Um, is recognizing, is it your anxiety or are you picking up someone else's anxiety?
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. I like that, what you're saying about that, because uh, you may be working for a really tough boss, and there might be stress in the office.
Yes.
And maybe it's not directed at you, but you're taking on that weight
Yeah.
of energy. That's an example of that.
Absolutely. And especially if you're just um, even a little bit of an empath, yeah, you're going to feel that.
You're going to feel it. Yeah.
Absolutely
Like
going
when
to
you
feel it.
walk into a room and the energy's so heavy, and
Yes.
like there have been arguments or recently, or
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely. So yeah. Um, Nancy Sam says, yeah, letting go of the need to know why. Well, I'm going to put that up there.
yeah,
Really hits home. Yeah, that's a big one. It really is because we we like to know why things happen,
yeah.
right? Because it answers. If we know what happened, then maybe we can find a solution to it that we think is a good solution.
Mhm.
Not necessarily the right one, but it's the one that we think is right. Um, and we become invested in the outcome so that if it doesn't go our way, all of a sudden um, our feelings are hurt, we're anxious, we react to it, not to the original situation, but to the fact that it didn't go the way that we wanted it to.
Exactly. And that's not a comfortable feeling.
No,
You
no.
definitely want to stay away from being invested in an outcome. It's just like when I started the YouTube channel, I said to myself, now, spirits, guiding me to this. And if I only have 10 people watching, that apparently is all that is necessary.
Yes.
I tried
Yeah.
to stay away from that, but still to this day, I have to talk to myself about expectations because I'm nearing 500. And of course, now my little ego is saying, but you're almost at 500. Why aren't you there? So,
Yeah,
yeah,
because yeah,
expectations. Yeah.
Yeah, you will get there when you're
That's
supposed
exactly
to.
right. And I have to surrender uh, my ego. I have to surrender it to
I
divine
know.
will because, it's not my timing. It's not about me. But yeah,
Yeah, and that one is sometimes hard to do.
it is.
I get it. I totally get it. I totally
Because
get it.
I'm
So
investing all this time in this beautiful thing. And
yes,
before I wasn't really invested till it started to grow and started to grow because always said, this is my soul's thing. This is the
yeah,
thing, you know. But as you do more and more, you do become a little more human. Your human gets invested.
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah, you should. I mean, we share our messages not because, or at least I don't,
Mhm.
not because I think I'm smarter than anyone or brighter than anyone or more in tune than anyone. It's sharing the knowledge and the information. It's kind of like, rising tide lifts all boats. So
It's an inner soul prompting.
yeah,
Doesn't come from an ego place of you wanting to get on here. It is literally you're guided on your path to
yes,
share whatever it is, and not from that kind of platform, but from a platform where we're all equals. We're all here doing this
yeah,
journey together, and no one is on any pedestal or
no,
so.
no. And you know what? If I think that if we were, if my main motivation coming on here was to uh, build as big a following as I could,
Mhm.
I don't think
The
that
message would
the
might
message
be,
wouldn't resonate.
yeah, it wouldn't resonate. It would be one of those empty kind of
Yes,
things that don't feel deep and
yeah,
profound.
yeah.
Yeah, so I totally, mhm.
Yeah, and that is not to say that people who have, successful channels with
Yeah,
a
that's
lot
not,
of
yeah,
subscribers and so
exactly,
on,
right.
they clearly they have worked for that. It's
Mhm,
taken some time. And
yeah,
before I forget, folks, you got to please like, share, and subscribe, and go over to Val's channel. All the details are below in the description. You can go over to her channel and make sure that you like, share, and subscribe over there. Leave a comment after we're done. It really helps with the analytics. And yeah, just a simple emoji, thumbs up,
yeah,
whatever.
exactly. That
Yeah,
that that helps a lot.
yeah,
You have no idea because YouTube, their algorithms search for that kind of
yes,
activity and it puts us higher in the, you know, search. So
yeah.
yeah, it
Yeah,
helps.
exactly. You come up when someone searches
Yeah,
tarot, spirituality, whatever. There's more of a chance that they'll be shown
yeah,
your channel as one of the options, right?
exactly.
So
Exactly.
yeah, absolutely. That certainly
Yeah,
does. It
yeah.
certainly does help.
And just for an example, the other day I had somebody say, "Wow, your channel just came up and into my feed," and I was so thankful. And they were listening to one of my channelings, and
Yeah,
they really resonated, and so they subscribed. And I mean, that one person, found me
yeah,
because it came up into their feed.
yeah, yeah.
So that was like a
Exactly,
miracle. So
exactly. And you know what? I have absolute faith that the people who need to hear what we have to say are going to find a way to find us, or
exactly
there will be a way that we will be able to find them.
right, exactly,
So it's about the quality, not the quantity.
exactly.
So
Right. And it's again trusting the universe is working for for the highest good of all.
exactly.
So
Yeah,
of course they're going to put this message in front of people that resonate with it and
totally.
to hear it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Absolutely. Amanda Carroll,
Says helping someone else playing with the dog. Serving another helps me get out of my head. Yeah, yeah, very true.
Yeah,
Absolutely 100%. Yeah.
yeah, totally.
It always helps when you have an activity outside of yourself. That definitely
Yeah,
takes you out of that ego thought stuff that
yeah,
we have going on, that mind script. Yeah.
absolutely, absolutely. And you know what? Sometimes, like, trust. Okay, funny story about trusting things. Um, as most people know, I one of the things I like to do is I go on Amazon and I'm checking things out. It's what I do. Well, there was there was a big thing in the coupons. Something said go look in the coupons, and so I went in there, and there was this handheld cordless vacuum, and it said something like $519 off at checkout. And I thought, but man, oh man, how much is this thing if they're willing to knock off $500 at checkout? So I looked at it, and it gave a nice description, and the comments were kind of good. And I'm always looking for something around here because yeah, we've got hardwood floors, but the husky is getting rid of her winter fur, so there is cat fur and dog fur from one end of the house to the other.
Hmm.
And no matter how much I try to sweep it up,
There's
anyway,
always more.
there's always more. So um, I click on this thing, and yeah, it looks interesting. It looks okay. And I thought, well, you know, if I click to buy it, and when I see what the final price is, I don't have to press place the order. I can just
Correct.
back out.
Yeah.
So I went through the process, and it turns out the cost to have it delivered to me was like $136, like
Yeah.
total price for this thing. And I thought, okay, somebody's having a laugh at my expense. Like, who would put $519 off this thing? How much is it worth? By then, I'd already hit the purchase button, whatever. So I thought, well, you know what? When it arrives, I can always send it back.
Right.
Well, it arrived yesterday, and hot dog, it's a great little thing.
Oh,
So I thought, okay,
you
all right, well,
you needed it and it came.
I needed
Showed
it
up
and it
in
came.
front of you for a good price. A really good price, like astronomically cheaper price than it would.
Yes, yes. So, yeah. Oh my God. There is a squeegee toy type thing I really want to get for the dog hair, says Medicare. Yeah, it's this thing. I mean, you use it like a little regular
Yeah,
vacuum, right?
yeah.
But you can put the attachment on for furniture, and I was impressed.
Hmm.
I was so impressed that yeah, the no, it arrived actually on Tuesday. Yeah, while Phoebe was still here, and so she helped me put it together. And she said, we're looking for something. Let me know how it works out. And finally, yeah, I let her know yesterday. I'm impressed.
Wow, that's
I'm
fantastic.
impressed. So one of those little synchronistic
Hmm.
things that
Absolutely.
it
That's
just
a good example of, you felt like
faith.
looking on Amazon and look,
Yeah,
you went into the coupons and lo and behold, a need
boom,
was met. Boom, chocolate.
totally. Totally. Okay, give me a sec. I gotta let the cat out because
Okay,
yeah, now she's
no problem.
scratching at the door and looking at me like, "Are you gonna do something about this?"
No
Be right
problem.
back.
Okay.
Less than 5 seconds.
Hi,
All right,
Jane
here
Roberts.
you go.
Thanks for coming.
There you go.
Oh, you guys.
Oh,
Oh, man. Thank you for being in the chat today. We really enjoy your energy and it helps us so much.
there we go.
So,
Yeah,
well, that was fun.
absolutely, it does.
Yeah.
It does. Like we feed off of it just like you feed off of ours. It's a good way to share.
Yeah. It's really
It's
good.
a good way to share. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. So,
Oh, and you're very welcome, Jay Robert.
mhm,
This is, as I said before, sharing information. Um, it's it's how we get ahead. It's how we help each other on the journey, right? You don't. You want everyone to succeed. You want everyone to be happy, to achieve what it is that they're here to achieve. Um, to get validations for the gifts that they have, and everybody has gifts, everybody has something that is unique about them. So we celebrate that, we comment on that, right?
absolutely 100%. I mean, that makes our hearts so happy when all of us
Totally.
are, prosperous and you're using your gifts and you're enjoying your life and you're participating with
Exactly.
all of that. It's so fulfilling. Yeah,
It
I love
is.
that. Love that for
It
everyone.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Amanda says, yeah, I got my internet bill down from 86 to 50 yesterday just for the asking.
Sometimes, they don't want to lose a customer. Just give them a holler and see what they'll do for you. Say, well, I'm thinking about canceling because my bill's too high, and see what they'll do for you.
Yeah. you
Yeah.
know me and stories, right? I've got a story for everything. And it's just one of the benefits of having lived this long is, yeah, there's a story there. When I was living in Halifax, which is on the east coast, um I was flying home to Calgary for Christmas, and I wanted to get something a little different and special for my mother for Christmas. So I was in this. Hey, Sally. I was
Hey,
in this
Sally.
little shop,
Mhm.
and lovely little shop, and it was full of like um, embroidered handkerchiefs
Ooh.
and pillowcases and tablecloths and whatnot.
Mhm.
And I was looking at, and there were some tablecloths that were just a little beautiful,
Mhm.
um, but a bit out of my price range. So I kind of wandered and I wandered and I wandered, and finally, um, the I assume it was the owner because it was just a small little place, came over, and this lovely, very Jewish lady, very, very Jewish. Can I help you? I said, well, yes and no. That this is a lovely tablecloth and it's handmade and it's gorgeous, it's beautiful, and I really would like to get it from my mom for Christmas, but it's really out of my price range right now. And she looked at me and she said, "Ha, you don't ask, you don't get."
Oh,
And she gave me a
you
discount.
ask for the discount, you get the discount. You gotta
Yeah,
ask.
you don't ask, you don't get. So, and I can't tell you how many times that has come into my mind when I've been doing things,
You don't
and
ask.
somebody says, "Well, you can't barter with that." Yes, you can. You can ask. You don't ask, you don't get.
That is really true. If you
Yeah,
don't, I mean, and also the squeaky wheel gets the grease. Another good saying.
yeah, yeah. That's the other one.
Because
Exactly.
because if you have a need, ask.
Yeah,
In other
yeah.
words, doesn't cost
Exactly.
anything to ask, right?
Exactly. Exactly. So listen, we are at 33 minutes.
Yes.
And I think we've kind of, I hope that
Yeah,
we have covered this
boy.
this topic, and we're able to give you some tools that you can take going forward. And there's a part of me that's almost waiting for some anxiety to come in so I could try it out.
So you can test it a little bit of. Oh, you can put your stuff to work. Yeah.
Absolutely. Like, come on, hit me.
I have a
But
mediumship class tonight, and so I'm going to put that to work a
there
little
you go.
bit before
There
the.
you go. So did we want to pull a few
Oh,
cards
sure, absolutely.
and yep,
Yeah,
and
we can do
see what there is to see?
that.
And
Absolutely.
speaking of cards, I'm just waiting for delivery. on some, I was looking for a gift for a friend whose birthday is coming up, found the perfect gift. And then it said, you know, to suggestions and whatnot. Well, based on my previous searches, it brought up this deck of affirmation cards, and
Ooh.
it's called Listen, Bitch.
Oh, and something I would really like.
And a few of the things that it showed that was on the cards was like, yeah, absolutely. So that would be, I can't wait for the deck to get here. And
I
then I
know,
can use it when I'm doing messages. Okay, what kind of message do you want? Do you want a hug or do you want a smack? What do you want?
exactly.
That's right. Yeah. You
I mean,
want a
that,
loving message or you want to get to the point?
oh my
Boom.
God, Marina, I love that. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
I mean, that is perfect. And
Oh,
sometimes we just need to laugh, get a message, that's going to tell us the truth, but, give it a little.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely. Yeah. And it
well,
made me think of Sherry's uh
yeah, yeah, the
naughty
sharing
thing.
body.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. But
Exactly.
and absolutely, Nancy, that got my attention. That was one of those you going in the cart? Yeah, exactly. How could you resist? I had to say
And
yes.
to resist a message from spirit that has a sass with it.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. And that would be kind of a perfect thing. You know how sometimes when you're doing a reading and the person is resistant to receiving the message,
Yeah.
those would be perfect
Oh,
cards.
you know what? You so said the truth. That would be awesome. Get those babies out. Start shuffling
Done.
away. Done.
Done. So yeah, I can hardly wait. Supposed to be delivered between 4:15 and 7:15.
Oh
So
man, I'm loving that. I am loving that.
yes, I'll text you and let you know.
I I've got it. I would love to add that to my collection.
Absolutely. Yeah.
The
And
naughty fairy cards that I
that's
have.
right. And the best part is, yeah, they're Canadian. They're printed here in Canada. They're out of Toronto. So that was a bonus for me.
Oh, that is nice.
Before I forget, you
Mhm.
guys that are in here tomorrow at 1 p.m. we're gathering on my channel, Val and Ellie from Heart and Soul Connected, and we're doing Story in the Cards. And if you didn't see the first one that was on Allie's channel, oh my gosh, it was so much
It was
fun.
fun.
Yeah, reading the news with a twist.
Yep. It was fun. It was fun.
Okay, alrighty. Tell me. What do we? We'll do. We'll do the collective. Oh, hmm. Well now, you know. Yeah, ladies, I have a question. My family and I don't speak because they believe there's no climate problem. They love Trump. There's nothing I can say to them. Listen to you. They hang up.
Hang up. Oh gosh.
Yeah.
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 You know what? Well, I'm going to star that. And yeah.
Hmm. Yeah.
So my message, and this is the Sacred Destiny deck that I'm using.
Hmm.
Um, really kind of summarized what we've been talking about. Okay, there's wisdom. We are sharing the wisdom, the emotion, because yeah, look, this is that underwater
Oh yeah.
scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just lovely floating under. So there's wisdom. There's opportunity. So, this is our opportunity to share the wisdom that we have, and ultimately, it leads to success.
Oh, yay.
So, I thought, well, okay, I don't need to intuit this very much because boom, there it is.
Very true.
There
Very,
it is.
that was really beautiful. And might, in some way, even though this is the mermaid, mermaids and dolphins,
Yes, I
um,
love that deck.
this deck is great, and it really talks about friendship. So it's what we're doing right now
Yeah.
with all of our friends here, and your self forgiveness. So letting go of all old stuff. But for me, on this topic today, this is like letting yourself have whatever you're feeling.
Yeah.
Like Marina said, lean into it. You know, give yourself a break. You get to, you know, see it face to face. And that is really like forgiving yourself, because being able to look at that means you are whole. You're
Yeah.
able to see that, because a lot of us turn away because we don't want that reflected back. But you're whole and healing when you can look at something. Consult
Yes.
an expert. That's when you're consulting whatever's bothering you, and
Yep.
you're turning
Exactly.
into it.
You can't get a better expert than your soul.
I mean, you really can't. So there it all is.
Totally.
It's totally true.
Totally.
Yep.
And okay, we can, you know what? We can take a look at this.
Okay.
Yeah, Jay Roberts, I really, really feel for you on that one.
Oops.
I
Sorry.
know what that's like. And yeah, she also says too, I'm tired of trying to be part of their family. I'm adopted.
Oh gosh.
So
Goodness.
yeah, and I'll pull a few cards absolutely for that, but and I'm gonna go to the I'm gonna go to tarot on this one. The thing to remember, Jay Roberts, is, and I think I've said this before, to the believer, no proof is necessary.
Yep.
To the unbeliever, no proof is enough.
That's
So,
true.
you know, you're you can still um, you can still, you know, talk to them, whatnot. Just don't talk to them about that, because um, as much as it kind of challenges you, it challenges them as well, right? They're um, they're not about to get in touch with you and say, yeah, you know what, thought about it. Yeah, you're absolutely right. They're never going to do that. They may feel that way silently, um, but they're never going to actually say that. Yeah, the Five of Pentacles popped out. Yeah, they are feeling very much sort of out in the cold, as you are, right? It's no fun to kind of be estranged from family and whatnot, but just let go of the expectation that they are ever going to come around. If they come around, that's great, that's beautiful. If they don't, that's fine. It's their life lesson to learn. Yeah.
Yeah. And I got that you were trying to understand why this is happening, and I see the angelic help trying to give you wisdom about it, and to know that it's not your stuff. And I get fork in the road. So this can be just the different way of thinking. And
Mhm.
I feel like um, this is, since it's with building blocks, I feel like you have an opportunity to build a relationship, like Marina is saying, don't that's built from no connection to political stuff, but just family connection.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you can do that, or you can take the fork in the road that says,
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
now, and, do something different. But it's up to you to decide how you want that relationship to be.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. And I mean, things can always change over time, and whatever you decide is going to be right for you at this very moment, right?
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
yeah, it's I think that the big thing is, yeah, the not engaging, because I have a funny feeling that yeah, when you do talk to them, because they know how strongly you feel about this, they start pushing your buttons.
Yeah.
You know, did you hear what Mr. Trump did? He was just the best thing that ever happened to this country. Not that they believe it, but they know that it's going to get a rise out of you. Um, yeah, hold on. Let me. Yeah, they say I'm going over my boundaries with them because they're rich and they don't have to talk about anything they don't want to. Yeah,
Oh,
okay.
yeah, yeah. Well,
All
it
right.
isn't even about money.
No,
It's
no,
almost
it's for control.
you're taking it that way. But for them, yes, they're controlling their environment and they're controlling who can say things to them. If they don't like what you're saying, they're not subscribing to your channel, so to speak. So
Yes.
even if you're a child, you're somebody that they're not going to want to hear from right now till you get in line with what they want to hear. If that makes any sense. But
Yes.
you aren't going to, because you're not going to
But
say
yeah,
the things
no,
they want to hear. So,
no.
yeah,
Alrighty.
you just have to decide you're not going to say things
Yeah.
that make them upset.
Yeah.
But it's up to you.
Yeah, you're right. But it's okay for them to hang up on me. Yeah. This. Yeah. It's a case of do as I say, not as I do,
Yeah.
and
But,
just yeah,
yeah,
don't engage. Don't
yeah,
engage with them.
yeah.
They'll stop.
You have
They'll
to
stop.
decide what kind of relationship you want to have, what caliber relationship.
Yeah.
That would be one with love and appreciation of each other, right? So,
Absolutely. Yeah.
yeah.
And thank you. We love you too.
Yeah. Thank you, Jane Roberts. We love you too.
Yeah.
It's Star Midnight.
Would you give me a reading? Could you be a little, Star, if you're still here, just a little more specific? Like, just a general. Is there something that you're thinking about? Something that you want answered? Just a little more information. If you're still here. Yeah. Okay, I'm not seeing. Can anyone double check and let me know? Is Star Midnight here, or are they gone?
Oh, they're
Ah, oh,
thinking a
new assignment. Okay, all righty.
new assignment. Well, then my cards make sense.
Mm. All righty. Late energy location. Um, this this new thing. this new assignment is going to be literally life changing for you. Um, because where you are right now, it doesn't feel like it's a very just environment. It feels like you're putting in a lot of the effort and somebody else is taking a lot of the glory. Um, so you're not being recognized for what you contribute in this new assignment. Things are going to be much better. I'm moving in about a year out of state. Yeah, it's going to be much better. The first card that I got out was Judgment, followed by the Empress and the World. Three major arcanas, one right after another. Okay, and then the Ten of Cups. The everything is going well, and the Nine of Cups. This is the work that you put in. So, yeah, I think it is going to turn out very well, and it is going to be life changing for you. It's going to give you an opportunity to grow much um,
Yep.
much faster than normal.
Yep.
And yeah, when will the new assignment start? That tarot is notorious for not being
Yeah.
able to answer
Timing
timelines.
very hard.
So, um,
But well, are you thinking about the timer? Should I got message in a bottle? So you definitely are getting a message from spirit about this because it's telling you to breathe and let in all these good opportunities because apparently this is going to be this milk and honey for your future. Yes, absolutely. The beautiful rainbow. And I pulled the emerald tablets for you. And that is about cosmic ordering, divine alchemy, conscious manifesting. So you brought this beautiful opportunity to you, and it's just going to be just what you need.
yeah, absolutely. And not really getting anything on time, but it feels like it might be coming in a little quicker than you imagined. So whatever your perception of time is, like soon could be 2 weeks or it could be 6 months. So yeah. Okay. All righty. The next one that we have is from Janine Bendrick. Our family is going on a trip to the Outer Banks the end of May for a week. It's the first time in a long time that we have been able to do this. Will it be a successful vacation? Okay. As long as you can control your mother and her mother-in-law or together, yes, because they're going to have a lot to say. They have, and I feel like it's maybe both of them, that they have a way to do things, and you should be doing things the way that they want. That's kind of what I get intuitively. So, but let's see what the cards have to say. Mm. Yeah, you'll definitely have to kind of bite your tongue a few times, but it'll ultimately it'll be worth it. Just yeah, Yeah, just set your intention that it's going to be a good time and everyone is going to enjoy it. And if there is somebody older in the family that's there that just kind of wants to control things, um, you don't have to have a discussion about what you're going to do. You can simply tell them that, okay, today we are going here and this is what we're going to do. Would you like to come along or would you like to stay here and relax? And then that's it. That's, yeah, that's what I'm getting. How about you?
I got similar. So it's creating building blocks, good for your relationships with your family, but you're going to need a nap. So might stress you out just a tad, and you
Yeah.
might need to rest a little bit. And they're showing me the divine feminine energy, which means that they're having you be in a receptive and calm state to be able to. But the good news is infinite potential and manifestation vortex. So where you're going is going to be a gateway activation for you. So open up to this. So it's not just about your family. There are openings that are going to occur for you while on this vacation. So allow yourself to receive this wonderful activation. And you'll enjoy your family, even though family is a little taxing and tiring, but it's good.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Little
Building
can be
relationships.
challenging, but hey, if it was sometimes if it wasn't for different family members, what would you talk about at the Thanksgiving dinner?
You're building your relationships, building your connections, reestablishing them. It's all good.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. And I don't know, get rid of that. And I'm not exactly sure if these are in order, but these are the
Mhm.
two that we have, so we'll answer those. Jet Law, if you're still here, um, if you can just anything in specific that you're interested in, yeah, just let us know. Otherwise, we can just kind of do a general, and sometimes a general is just that. It's kind of very very general. So, oh, perfect. Yeah. Ultimately, Janine, it will be fun. Just tongue in cheek, right? And okay, Jet Law, but you're okay about your path. Okay. Well, I'm going to assume that you're asking about your spiritual path. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. Mm, yeah, I see you making some decisions um, that might take you sort of on a journey that you hadn't expected. And okay, let's see. Okay, yeah. What I got was flexibility, enlightenment, and miracles. So, um, yeah, you're going to the journey that you're on now is definitely going to bring you more enlightenment, and things are going to start to happen that are very synchronistic. Um, just be flexible in how and where it comes in. Okay. This is what we were talking about earlier, letting go of the outcome, right? You have this is a journey that is going to bring you a lot of peace and inner contentment. Um, as long as you're, yeah, be flexible in the outcome. Don't, yeah, don't put um, kind of the brakes on spirit, right? I'd like to have enlightenment, and I'm going to take this course, and as soon as it's finished, I'm going to be able to do blah blah blah. Just be grateful for the things that have come your way so far. That's what I'm getting. What are you getting, Miss? Oh,
Unmute myself. Arcturian light codes. Oh my gosh. And I love the Arcturians. So I have a really huge connection. But evolutionary downloads, recalling power, future thinking. So, I mean, the Arcturians are one of the most ancient and very, very advanced uh, race of beings in the cosmos. Into the unknown. So this is wonderful.
yeah,
You're going to have a little bit of a balancing act, uh, with all of this coming in, balancing your life, getting it all together while you're experiencing this. And it's about home. So you can't get better than that.
yeah,
And I mean, that's your cosmic home.
yeah,
Um, so, yeah, I love that. I love that.
yeah. I think that's, yeah,
And this reminds me of like the piercing of the veil, this coming down. So yeah, that just wow. You can see from this Arcturian light code, this light shining in straight through the crown. Beautiful golden
yeah,
and pink colors. Oh my gosh, gorgeous. That's a lot of good stuff.
yeah. Absolutely, absolutely. Okay. Um, Geocosmic Valentine. No, it's not too late to ask a question. And can actually, before I say that, how are you on time, Val?
Oh, I'm okay. My mediumship class is at an hour from now.
Okay, all right. So
Five.
I'll tell you what, Geocosmic Valentine, you can ask your question. Um, Rosa, I'm going to put your question in there, and then Geocosmic, and that's it. Yeah, that way, yeah, Val has time to, at least have a cup of coffee or grab a sandwich or something before she runs off.
I, that would
So,
be good. Thank you.
yeah. All right. We've done
Yeah,
that.
I just want to say, Amanda Carroll, yeah, the Gateway Act of Light Activation
Yeah.
Oracle are these cards, and I used the Enchanted Map were the other cards.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
And whoops, where are you? Tina Marie says, I'm struggling trying to help guide my daughter Angela. She is in a down part of her life. You know, one of the things that um, when we are sort of in the down part, that is a great opportunity to examine things, to look at things, to say, okay, um, I'm feeling I'm feeling a little low. I'm feeling a little depressed. Where is that coming from? What is it that has happened that has brought me to this point? And then try to look back and see if this is something that has happened in the past. And if you look at it from that perspective, you can see a pattern. And then you'll have a better idea of how to address it. But at this point, Tina, she is, yeah, this is a journey. She's on a journey, and yeah, you can support her. You can be there to encourage her. Um, the only thing, do not give in to that. Don't encourage the depression, right? Um, Sometimes we tend to do that without realizing that that's what we're doing. So yeah, don't do that, but be encouraging of any of the steps that she takes to sort of get out of this. And yeah, she's trying to figure things out. The Five of Cups. Um, she's trying to figure out where she wants to go from here and what she's going to leave behind, and where things are going to go. And yeah, the Seven of Cups. This is kind of a little delusion, illusion, whatnot. She's coming to terms with some things that have happened sort of in the past, and she's changing her mind about the way that she thought about them. So yeah, this is her dark night of the soul, right, with the Tower card. This is why she's re-examining. And yeah, the Eight of Cups. She's Once she makes up her mind that she's going to walk away from that, things are going to be just great. What have we got here? The Eight of Pentacles. So looking at, ultimately, she's going to be able to look back and say, okay, that's why that happened. That's why I had to go through that in order to get to this point. So that's
Yeah.
that's what I'm getting.
That,
What are
that
you getting, Miss?
sounds quite the same. Um, she's getting a lot of angelic help, and she's being asked to just breathe, through all this, because she's going to be poised to have breakthroughs. This dark night of the soul leads to the light, more light within her. So, the truth be told, see the window opening and the wise owl, more in the hearts. I mean, is that hearts or rose petals? It's all beautiful energy coming in. Serendipity. This is the perfect time for her to go through this. And my last three cards are wide open. This is what I pulled after. This is what's coming. Wide open. Ride the wave. Magic prayer. So be in that alignment, for her
Yeah.
to be in alignment of that sacred and beautiful energy coming in for her awakening. And that's what happens with the dark night of the soul. It's her journey, her awakening process. So it's beautiful. At the same time, it's,
Yeah. Yeah. It
bothering.
yeah. It's like how in the springtime you've got to rip out all the plants and all the roots and everything else to make room for something that you're going to enjoy later on, but you still kind of got to go through the muck first.
That's
So
it. That's exactly right.
okay, and we'll get rid of that. And all right, dear Cosmic Valentine. um yeah, who's going to be okay? Will she get some pain relief soon? Yeah, she had originally, she said, yeah, it's a medical question for a friend who's in the hospital.
Yeah.
It might be inappropriate.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I think that's a little more appropriate, is, yeah, can't make really comments on medical things because I'm not a doctor, right? So I don't want to kind of steer anyone in an uncomfortable direction. But will she get some relief soon?
Let's see.
They just haven't found the right combination. She's taken several drugs, and they just haven't been able to come up with the right combination of each one to be effective. But yeah, and this is it's emotional. It's very emotional because yeah, you're dealing with pain, and that's kind of it's hard to be positive when you're in pain. But the Hierophant, yeah, they're going to be able to figure it out, and that sort of high authority to me, like, um, whether it's judicial, medical, whatever. Yeah, and yeah, when they finally find the right combination, oh man, yeah, she's going to soar. Like, she is really going to um, be able to deal with it a lot more effectively. And yeah, the Queen of Wands, yeah, just yeah, she just needs to be a little patient. I know it's hard to say if you're someone who is living with pain. Yeah, patience is, when you hear someone say that, I know you just want to smack them upside the head, right? Um, but yeah, even they'll find the right combination of drugs that are going to be effective for what she's dealing with. What do you have, Miss?
I have. It's hard to be in the here and now when you're in that kind of situation. It's
Yeah,
almost like you have to be out of your body when your pain is that great. It's making it really hard. And I got the card, not for you. So it feels like you notice there's a fortune cookie and there's a chessboard and a hand holding it up. She's feeling very abandoned and orphaned because she needs help. She's wanting help. She needs to be
yeah,
need to get help from all of that situation. But it will happen. They're going to build it and put it together so that she will be at a place. My final card is peace.
yeah,
Uh, so when this happens, when they put all the pieces together, this will happen. But that this is why she's so emotional, and
yeah,
she's feeling that way because she can't even being in her body is really hard
yeah,
right now.
yeah. And that's difficult on a lot of. You can't make proper decisions
No,
when you're in pain.
no, you can't. You're
So
out of your body, really, you just can't even completely stay in it to make sensible decisions. It's
exactly,
you- mm, yeah.
yeah. Ultimately, will be fine. Okay, and Rosa, is that's the last question.
Okay.
And let's see, spirit guides have for me. All righty. Yeah. Thank you, Geocosmic. Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, much healing to her too, is being sent her way as well. And yeah,
Definitely. Thank
she's
you.
taken the first step, and that's the hardest step.
It is. Yeah.
All right, messages from spirit guides. Okay. Then I'm going to go to the Energy and Spirit Oracle. Let's see what it has to say. Okay, Rosa. Hi, Mary. Rosa.
Hi, Mary.
Mm. Rosa, if you have a daughter and you're a little concerned about her, she's fine. She's absolutely perfectly fine. Um, you may not exactly agree with what she's doing, but she knows what she's doing. So, um, kind of let her do her, right? So, I got um, talent guides, and this is spirit mentors and teachers. So, she is getting guidance. Archangel Haniel, and that is joy, blessings, and intuition. So she's following her intuition. And what it leads to is relaxation and peaceful pursuits, happy times. So what I think what your guides are saying here, with not only the message for your daughter, but the message from your daughter, is trust that she knows what she's doing, and just encourage her. Let her follow her path. Maybe different from yours, but just let her follow her path. So, yeah, please let me know if that resonates with you.
Okay, Rosa, I got you're having a soul star activation, which is fulfilling soul contracts and remembering who you are. So, feeling this is the Merkaba or um, Kaba.
Merkaba.
No, people say it two different ways. Merkaba.
Ah,
I say it Merkaba.
Merkaba. Yeah, me too.
So, yeah, this is a beautiful activation. So, remembering who you are, fulfilling soul contracts, and they're showing me home, and they mean the spiritual home, wide open now. So you may feel a little off. It's just stuff coming up and releasing for you to let go of. That's why, you feel a little out of balance and a little off. That's what's going on. The
Yeah,
talisman and this beautiful road ahead of you shows me that you have all the tools you need for this journey. And they're showing me General Gardner, which also shows that there are some things to weed out. So as things come up, and you feel a little, not comfortable, those are the things. You don't have to know exactly what it is, but do St. Germain's violet flame, bring that in and say, I release, all old blocks or energy into the violet flame for their transmutation to divine source. And you're going to be great, better than great.
yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely. That's a beautiful card.
yeah, it really
That
is.
is a very beautiful card.
Uh,
And thank you very much, Mary. That's very kind of you to say.
Thank you, Mary.
So, all righty. Well, on that note,
On
we
that,
will end this.
yep.
Next week, we are on Val's channel, uh, doing messages for Lightworkers. Tomorrow, don't forget, come back here, and we'll be doing the story in the cards. Um, it's a fun way to do something. So I don't want to give you too much information, but come back tomorrow. Come back. And to paraphrase someone that I heard the other day on Midas Touch Network, who said, "Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. We're getting close to 1 million subscribers." So I'm going to put that in your head. I'm getting close to 1 million subscribers. So is Val. So don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and share.
I like how this woman thinks.
Yeah,
This is
there
my
you go.
kind of manifestation.
Yeah, make it happen. Engage. All right, everyone. Take care. See you later.
Everyone.
Bye.